Hi, we're Jordana and Grant from Shot in the Dark Travel. Come join us on our epic adventures around Southeast Asia. This time we're in Sapa in North Vietnam. We'll be exploring the Muong Hoa Valley, going on an incredible hike to Lao Chai village, and we'll share our first impressions of Sapa.
After a long and not particularly nice sleeper bus from Hanoi, we had a quick nap and then headed out to explore Sapa.
So we have just had lunch. I wouldn't say it's anything remarkable. Like, it was all right, but
the view was good though.
I wouldn't say like you must go to this place. It was like, okay. I had the salmon and pak choy with like a mushroom sauce. Grant had like a club sandwich with chips, but didn't eat any of his chips because we're trying to be healthy. Well, apart from tea times, that's when we're gonna eat nice things. But yeah, we're gonna go for a late afternoon trek, and hopefully it's not gonna rain because it's now starting to go cloudy, even though it was glorious sunshine, which is just our luck. We go for lunch when it's sunny, and then we finish lunch and then it just starts raining. So yeah, it says it might rain for an hour. We're just testing out the drone because we had a little crash on Ha Long Bay and we really want to use it, but obviously if it doesn't work, then that's going to be a bit of an upsetting thing. But yeah, we're just going to test the drone, then we're going to start our trek. I don't know if you can see it, but it's working. Yes! Hallelujah! We're just on our trek now. Obviously we're falling over. Obviously we're not on the very scenic route as of yet, but Gran has just stood in concrete.
There was a man filling a pothole in by just pouring wet concrete in, and I was looking at the map to make sure we're going the right way and just stepped straight in the concrete.
So yeah, so that's how the trek's going so far. Hopefully it gets better from here.
Right, I'm going to use these leaves here.
Is now.
Are you still filming?
Yeah.
I don't want the concrete to dry on my trainers, so I'm going to try and wipe it off.
At a cliff edge, that seems sensible. My husband, everyone, wiping concrete off his trainers with a leaf. Right, come on.
So we are we've walked maybe like an hour and a half from Sapa. We kept getting distracted by things and we've not got as far as we thought. We're trying to head down to a couple of villages that are down this way, and we just keep stopping to look at the views. Like, how good are these views? They are just incredible, aren't they?
We've just passed some water buffalo as well. I've never been so close to water buffalo, and they don't care about you all. Like, they just walk past as if there's nothing. You know one, you're nothing.
It's just weird though, because they're like, it's quite a narrow path with like a cliff edge on one side. And you're thinking, if this water buffalo goes a bit to the side, like, what do we do at this point? Do we jump out of the way? Are we going to fall down the cliff? But luckily they were just eating grass and they didn't care. But yeah, it was a bit weird.
But yeah, we're gonna try and finish this. We've not even got to the first village yet, so I don't know if we're gonna make it to the second one, but we'll see how we get on.
Yeah, there's a chance it might be dark by the time we get there, so we might have to turn back, but we'll see how it goes because the views just keep getting better and better, so we just keep going.
Although we're calling it a hike, it's definitely for all abilities. The downhill walk was pretty relaxing, and then we just taxied back up to Sapa at the end, so don't let this put you off.
There are lots of organised hikes around the valley with guides, but we prefer to explore on our own. We just set off from Sapa town and headed for Lao Chai village using Google Maps.
Hello.
We've just got back from our walk, and I think we maybe did too many getting sidetracked. I was like, oh, let's go have a look at this, and oh, I'll get my drone out, and oh, let's go have a look in this cafe, and then turned out we didn't get to the second village in time, and we got to the first one and it was like pretty much dark already, but it was still good. But the reason I'm videoing now is we are going to Chicago Pizza that is literally opposite.
Because it's apparently the top rated restaurant in Sapa. Yeah.
Oh, number two. Yeah.
Oh, is it number two? Yeah, which is really funny because it's just like pizza and pasta in like Vietnam. But yeah, it's got a bit chilly. And Grant's like laughing at me because I've put my coat on to go across the road.
Like from the door exiting our hotel to getting inside Chicago Town Pizza, I think it's about 12 steps, and she's put a coat on to do those 12 steps. Although to be fair to Jordana, I am now regretting not bringing anything warmer than a t-shirt. So when we came to Vietnam, we were planning it and we looked at all the temperatures of the places we were going, and we'd not heard of Sapa at this point, so we didn't know we were going anywhere cold in the mountains. So all I've got is basically shorts and t-shirts. So I'm just very cold.
And no rain jacket.
And no raincoat either. So I literally don't have a single jacket, hoodie, jumper, coat, anything. So I'm gonna be cold. Hi. Second trek of the day done. How did you get on with that one? Thanks. Feel like we made light work of that, didn't we? That expedition. Good job you got your big thick coat on.
Shut up.
So we've both gone for the classic Chicago crust pizza pie. This one's cheesier. I like that.
No. Thank you.
The absolute cheek of it. This one looks better. I'm having it. Even though it's in front of me.
Well, actually, you moved that out of the way. Good?
Extremely cheesy, but really nice.
Right, I'm not filming anymore. I need to eat it myself. So we just thought we'd pop on here to kind of give an overview of our first 24 hours in Sapa. It has been really beautiful. I must say, I'm not shocked that everybody comes here and treks, because the scenery and the trek itself is just like so good. Like, it was absolutely beautiful. First impressions, really impressed with Sapa. I think the only thing I would mention, and I wouldn't say it's a negative, because when it is to be expected that this happens, but a lot of like the tribal women and tribal children from the villages, they are very pushy when they're trying to sell you things or try and walk you on a tour that you probably don't really need a tour guide with. But as long as you're polite and you say no, they get it after you've said it a couple of times. I can see it getting like a bit frustrating if it's constant, but luckily we didn't really meet that many on our walk. Other than that, I think, yeah, it's absolutely beautiful place.
Yeah, I think I've been pleasantly surprised by Sapa. I think we watched a lot of videos before we came, and it looked nice, and I feel like the places we found on our walk today, when we walked in the Muong Hoa Valley, the entire walk was just absolutely incredible. Like, the views were so good, and it was just so much fun exploring, and I would say that's got to be a must-do when you're in Sapa. I thought we'd found the hidden gem, and then it turned out it was the #1 thing to do on TripAdvisor in Sapa, so it wasn't quite the hidden gem we thought we'd found, but it was absolutely amazing. And I think Sapa village, the town itself is like nice, but it's just all the scenery and the surrounding hills and villages and the valley are so incredible that I can't wait to explore it more, because there's so much I want to see while we're here.
I'd say even though it was #1 TripAdvisor, we like maybe stumbled into 2 other groups of people doing the walk.
The first 24 hours couldn't have gone better. I'm so happy with Sapa so far, and I'm glad we've got another 3 days here, so I can't wait to see what we can get up to in the next 3 days.
Definitely.
So I hope you've liked this video. Remember to like and subscribe so you can see more content like this, and you can see what we get up to in the rest of our time in Sapa.